I'm going to say something to wrap up the voting part because it reminds me of two Indigenous stories about voting. And I would say one way that we can measure freedom is how many things are we responsible for? Because in my teachings, I'm taught that freedom is to be able to be responsible. And in voting, when we vote in a democracy, we are giving up responsibility. We are saying, I only need to have a say once every 4 or 5 years, and the rest of you can make all the decisions for me. We're giving up responsibility. We're giving up freedom to decide how our lives will be run to other people. In the late 50s, Indigenous people in so-called Canada were getting more politically active because there were some things we were finally allowed to do, like be in court. And Trudeau Sr. was creating the white paper. And
Mhm.
that is talked about today in Indigenous circles as something Indigenous people defeated. We stopped the white paper. But that's not the whole truth. We didn't actually stop the whole white paper. The part we failed to stop was something the elders of that generation, so the elders of my elders, didn't want Indigenous people in Canada to have citizenship. They didn't want us to have Canadian citizenship because when they looked south of the medicine line, they saw that our Indigenous relatives in the US consider themselves American, having had citizenship since the 20s. And
Mhm.
so the one part of the white paper we failed to stop in 1960 was we didn't want Canadian citizenship. We didn't want it because the fear was that by my children's generation, we would consider ourselves Canadians. And we do see this. And the other part of this is um, I've spoken about like I don't believe in Indigenous politicians. So what about Elijah Harper? Elijah Harper didn't believe in being a politician. He became a politician to stop the Canadian Constitution and being cut out of this rights-based framework. And when he achieved that, he stopped being a politician because he didn't believe in electoral politics because his elders said we shouldn't be citizens.